going to talk about a new movie called Happy Cleaners. It's currently out in theaters, whatever theaters are open, and comes to VOD on the 12th. If you watched my interview with the creators, Julian Kim and Peter Lee, you know how much I enjoyed this movie. If you haven't seen that, go and watch it. Actually, watch Happy Cleaners first, then go in deeper with the creators. Happy Cleaners is a story about the Choi family. They live in Flushing, Queens, New York. The parents are getting older and they're running the business that seems to be on a downward turn. It's tough on them, but they worked hard for it for decades and it's theirs. The Choi kids, much more Americanized than their parents, are stuck between family loyalty and family expectations, and they want to forge their own path. The strain on the family from all sides is explored in a very natural and realistic way. You see all sides of all arguments and you feel for all parties involved, even when they're in the middle of disagreeing with each other. Larger problems from the outside come in, and the family business is at risk. Their current problems don't go away, but there is a shift in the family as they band together. The description sounds very personal to this family, or maybe it's specific to Korean Americans. I found this movie infinitely relatable. It's not just a Korean story, it's more an American immigrant story. The creators even mentioned that they were told by people of all walks of life how the story spoke to them, and they had something, if not many things, to relate to. While the Choi's experience is not my own, I did feel for them, and there is a lot of familiarity there. The look into their life is as real feeling as anything else. These could be, and likely represent, people you regularly interact with in your own life. Taking a step back from the story, Happy Cleaners is an incredibly well put together movie. The way the world is presented inside the apartment, the dry cleaning business, and the open parts of the world are all vastly different in tone, but, of course, part of the same whole. The camera and the intimate nature of the storytelling makes you feel part of the Choi's world. It's shot straight up. No fake doc-style movements that would break the fourth wall in any kind of storytelling Kim and Lee went for. The cast is small in the movie, but every single person shines. Every member of the Choi family gets their own unique opportunity to shine in their own unique way. As we dive into the cast, I apologize in advance if I butcher anyone's names. I have nothing but respect for this talented cast. I was first drawn to Yun Jeong, who plays Kevin, the son of the family with dreams of his own that center on him getting far away from the family. Yina Sung, the daughter, Honey, not Humphrey, does a bit more that's expected of her, but it still feels like she's making her own decisions, especially in her personal life. The father of the family, played by Charles Ryu, walks with the weight of never-ending duty on his shoulders. I felt never-ending sympathy for this man who in a lot of ways reminds me of my own father. That's yet another example of how relatable this movie really is. For me, the standout star of the whole thing was the matriarch of the Choi family. Hyung Hwa Lim plays the mother. She is a pillar of strength in the center of the family. She's hard when she needs to be and bends when necessary. She feels so real she jumps off the screen. She's an acting class on delivering emotion. Her character speaks Korean for the vast majority of the movie, but even with subtitles, even without subtitles, you would have no problem understanding her. That reminds me, half this movie is subtitled. Please don't let that scare you off. Subtitles never should anyway, that's just stupid, but in this case, their creators do something I can't remember seeing in any other movie. The characters all speak a mix of Korean and English, often in the same sentence. There are times when a single word is in one language and the rest of the sentence is in another. It was fascinating to experience and really adds to the realism. Julian Kim and Peter Lee are long-term friends turned collaborators. They're relatively early in their film careers, but are definitely a couple creators to keep an eye on. The expertise and humanity they get across in the movie are handled so deftly to give the movie so much heart, but also have it be so entertaining is a great balancing act. I look forward to seeing whatever they come up with next. Happy Cleaners is currently running theatrically, limited due to COVID of course, but will be coming to VOD February 12th. I highly recommend it. Make sure you listen to So Wizard Podcast every single week wherever you get your podcasts. So Wizard Podcast can also be found on Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month you get multiple monthly bonus shows. SoWizardPodcast.com is your resource for reviews, recommendations, videos, merchandise, and more. We have a ton more interviews and a ton more new movie coverage coming up on our YouTube channel, so please subscribe. You're not going to want to miss out. I literally can't keep up with all the content we're bringing you guys, so subscribe. Definitely want to do that. And we love hearing feedback, so drop us a note in the comments. Leave us something on social media. All of our accounts will be found after the show and in the show notes. Thanks again.